Hello, Homestead. Please stand for the pledge. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Please stay standing for a moment of silence.
Athletes who are in season or out of season need a place to drop off bigger bags, their bats, whatever it might be. They can come in and bring their own lock and lock them up in the day lockers.
Coming up today on HHS In Depth, we'll let you know how to use the new day lockers inside the new Door 1.
Along with a story over what senior experience is and how juniors can get involved next school year.
Plus, in sports, while we were at home stuffing ourselves with turkey and mashed potatoes, our Spartan winter sports teams were in action. I'll tell you what went down later in Down to the Wire.
Those stories and more are coming to you today only on HHS In Depth.
From Homestead Media, this is HHS In Depth.
Hello, Homestead. I'm Michelle Obioma.
And I'm Nanda DeHook. And Michelle, the past few months, more of the new parts of Homestead are being opened up to students, including the new gym, entrance doors, and the weight and strength room. Another addition being added to this list are the day lockers just inside the new Door 1 entrance.
The day lockers were designed so when athletes who are in season or out of season need a place to drop off bigger bags, their bats, whatever it might be, they can come in and bring their own lock and lock them up in the day lockers.
Superintendent Dr. Ginder had the idea after seeing students store their sports bags in the teachers' classrooms and in the halls. As regular lockers are not often used by high school students, day lockers are meant to provide space for students to store their belongings safely. The entrance to the locker room can be found next to Door 1 and near the new main gym. The lockers are now open for students to use, but remember you must bring your own lock to secure your locker.
Thank you, Nada. Well, every year, Riley's Dance Marathon hosts No Shave November. This is a month-long fundraiser where our male teachers who choose to participate don't shave their facial hair for the entire month. It's always a fun month for those who partake, and Mr. Dreyer, one of the participants, highlights his favorite moments of the month.
It is nice to help out the kiddos at Riley, and also my wife hates my beard, so it gives me an opportunity to say like, hey, I have to do it for the kids.
Mr. Dreyer enjoys the friendly competition between fellow teachers trying to raise the most money.
Well, it's always fun to get destroyed by Mr. Shaw every year and see all the money he brings in, but I do a little portion, so that's nice. I enjoy that.
No Shave November raised a lot of money this month, and they are so excited to give back to the community. Each dollar raised goes to support Riley's Children's Hospital's goal of providing life-saving health care.
With the cooler temperatures coming around, we haven't seen as much snow as of lately. But with the holiday season in full swing, is it possible we'll see a winter wonderland sooner rather than later? Stick around and I'll give you all the details later in the show.
Welcome back to HHS In Depth.
Welcome back. Well, scheduling for the next year is not that far away for students who are going to be seniors.
As a senior, students will have opportunities they haven't had before in their high school career, including senior experience.
HHS In Depth reporter Jaron Ellis is in now to let you know about this program.
As we dwindle down into the end of the semester, juniors may be wondering what their options are for senior year as scheduling approaches. For your last year at Homestead, you'll have opportunities such as senior experience, internship, co-op, and Anthus. In my 4-part series, I'll take you through all of these options, starting with senior experience.
Senior experience it's like a half day kind of thing for seniors. You have the opportunity to like leave or go home or just go to work or anything like that. Experience is formatted in like a block schedule, similar to like if you went to Summit or Woodside. You have like a 90-minute class like Monday and Wednesday and Tuesday and Thursday and like similar things to that. All senior experience classes are dual credit and can be like put towards college. And then Fridays, they're a little different. You have just senior experience classes. You don't have like any classes at all due on Friday. But if you have like extra classes that aren't senior experience, you still have to come to those during the day on Friday.
Along with senior experience being a unique option for seniors, it can be a great benefit for them as well.
I like the freedom that senior experience gives me to like go home, get my homework done, and even go to work sometimes. I got into senior experience by talking to my counselor and asking if it was like the right thing to do and like what even was it, because I wasn't even entirely sure what it was when I first did it.
If you have any additional questions about senior experience, make sure to reach out to your counselor in the near future. Reporting for HHS In Depth, I'm Jaron Ellis.
Thanks, Jaron. Students, if you ordered a student section t-shirt way back on registration day, they are in and they can be picked up. If you are unsure if you ordered one, just go down and check the list. Shirts could be picked up from Mr. Schenkel's room 600B in the radio and TV area, any time of day and before and after school.
Any girl interested in competing in spring track and field should be sure to have an updated physical and all information completed on the final forms. No one will be allowed to participate without the proper documentation. Watch the announcements for the call-out meeting, which will be coming soon.
A new academic team is starting up right here at Homestead. And with a look at what it entails, here is HHS In-Depth reporter Cameron Elder.
Science Olympiad, the academic competition of the STEM fields and the nationwide organization devoted to exposing students to science, is now coming to Homestead.
Science Olympiad is a competitive event that has a team of 15 people that go to a day-long event and compete in 23 different events. It's kind of like a track meet where there's all different events, but it's for science. The events include biology and chemistry and engineering and physics and environmental science and earth space, and some of them are tests, some of them are activities like a chemistry lab, and some of them are building events where they might build a plane or they might build a car that can hold an egg and hopefully not crash. And it allows students from all over the school to participate in a variety of science events and compete.
By combining events from all disciplines, Science Olympiad encourages student participation from a wide range of disciplines, but puts special emphasis on active and hands-on group activity.
I will be competing likely in chemistry lab, maybe forensics, maybe cell biology. In chemistry lab, it is an actual lab setting where I will be given lab supplies and told to complete a titration or a redox experiment and have to perform it successfully. I'm really excited for Science Olympiad this year. It should be a really cool experience. Even if we don't play super well as our first year, it'll be super fun to go to and compete with all my friends.
Though Science Olympiad has already begun this year, they are still looking for more members, especially members interested in engineering. If you're interested in joining the club, reach out to Dr. Klein through her email or show up to one of their Monday meetings after school in her room. I'm Cameron Elder, reporting for HHS In Depth.
Thanks, Cameron. Many students indulge on Homestead's various world language options, but Spanish 4 students took it to the next level by recreating some culinary delights from Spain. HHS In-Depth reporter Emily Adams recaps their recent event, Tapas Night.
We've all heard of Taste of Homestead, but what about Tapas Night? Well, this past Tuesday, all the Spanish 4 classes gathered together to share an important part of Spanish culture.
So we've been studying Spain for the past couple of months in Spanish 4, everything from its history to more contemporary parts of Spanish life. And one of the aspects we focused in on for a day was Spanish food. To sample some Spanish food, I brought in some food from around Spain so we could try one morning or one afternoon. And during that, as we were eating some of the food from Spain, it kind of occurred to me, like, what if we tried to do a night of tapas? And tapas are small little plates of food. So we decided that on Tuesday, we were gonna make some food from around Spain and bring in and share.
And all of the dishes brought in were prepared by Senor Pieper and the students. One student, junior Malin Scott, expressed just how important this opportunity was to her.
The favorite part of the event is the ability to try different foods from the Spanish culture and also getting to speak Spanish outside of the classroom environment. It's just a great experience to have.
As of now, Senor Pieper is hoping to turn this into a tradition for his Spanish 4 classes and encourages students to continue expanding their knowledge in world languages.
A lot of students will take the first 3 years of a language for the academic honors diploma, but if you really are passionate about that language, we would really encourage you to keep going, just to be able to go deeper into the language, to learn more about the culture, and it's a great chance to become even more proficient at the Spanish language.
Overall, this event was a resounding success and an awesome way to experience Spanish culture up close and personal. Hopefully, we'll see the return of it next year. For HHS In Depth, I'm Emily Adams.
Thanks, Emily. Well, the week started off great outside, but things certainly changed midweek.
Joel McChesney joins us now to let us know if the weekend looks any better.
Thank you, Netta and Michelle. The weather for today is going to be some of the warmest temperatures we will see all week. As for any precipitation goes, we are looking dry and cloudy for all weekend. The temperature for this weekend will be nothing special for the first week of December. Saturday will be the warmer of the 2 days as the high will be 44 degrees. However, you can expect some strong wind at about 22 miles per hour. Sunday is your typical December day with the sun peeking through the clouds and the temperature just under 40 degrees. This weekend is looking like we might be waving goodbye to the 50s for the rest of the year. Will the cooler temperatures stick around? I'll be back in later to let you know.
Thanks, Joel. Next in Down to the Wire, Anthony Gary is in with a recap over what took place on Thanksgiving break for our winter sports teams.
Stick around, you're watching HHS In Depth.
Hello, Homestead. Here's this week's Club Roundup. Young Progressives will meet today in Mrs. Smith's room 614. Minority Student Union will have a meeting on 2:45 today in room 611, Dr. Robinson's room. K-Pop Club meets after school in room 924 today. Environmental Club meets on Monday in Mrs. Merkling's room 206. Please bring empty aluminum soda cans or magazines for sustainable art projects if able. Students for Life meets this Tuesday until 3:15 in room 503. Audio Aficionados will meet Wednesday at 2:40 in room 600B. This week, the group will be listening to a full album from the ska band The Specials. There will be a debate between the Students for Life and Students for Choice groups on Wednesday from 2:45 until 3:30 in the seminar room. The Finance and Investment Club meets Wednesday after school in room 529. Anime Club meets after school in room 924 on Thursday. Film Club will meet in room 614 next Wednesday after school. They will be continuing Back to the Future and discussing its impact on the film industry. Asian Alliance will be meeting Tuesday, December 13th after school in Mrs. Witt's room 119. To get up-to-the-minute club updates and additional information, please check out the HHS announcement page on Canvas.
Welcome back to Down to the Wire. I'm Anthony Gary. While some of you may have called it quits for Thanksgiving break, our athletes were in action with 2 teams starting off their season with success, starting with the wrestling team. On Saturday, Spartan Arena hosted the Thanksgiving Duels Tournament with a bunch of area teams. In the end, the Spartans beat the likes of Connorsville, Wayne, Bishop Dwenger, Columbia City, and DeKalb to go 5-0 and win the tournament for the first time in school history. The wrestling team was also back in action Wednesday night as they defeated rival Carroll 52-18. They'll be back on the mat this Saturday at the Shamrock Duels in Westfield. Well, last Tuesday, our girls basketball team made it to #1 on SportsCenter's top 10 plays of the day. Unfortunately, for all the wrong reasons, as Huntington North's Marissa Trout bombed in a game-winning 3 from half court to upset our Spartans. Even though it came as a losing effort for our girls, it was still nice to see our school as well as our broadcasting channel, Homestead Live, make it on a national show like ESPN SportsCenter. The good news for the girls, though, is that they bounced back Saturday with a solid win over Pike. In that game, Emma Royce dropped 20 points with 5 assists, Maya Epps had 9 points with 7 rebounds, and Allie Stevens also had 9 points. The girls played tonight at #8 ranked Carroll. Finally, our boys basketball team opened their season last Wednesday in dominating fashion versus Huntington North, winning 53-14. Kyron Kapowicki led all scorers with 22 points, while Will Jamison had 15. The 14 points scored by Huntington North sets an all-time school record for the least points scored against Homestead's boys basketball team in a game. The boys are back in action tonight at home against Warsaw. That'll do it for this week's edition of Down to the Wire. Thank you for watching, and Joel will have a final check of the weather when we return.
Next week on HHS In Depth, reporter Sophia Virgilio will bring you a story about the Minority Student Union Club and what it's all about. Catch this story and more next week.
Unfortunately for us, the winter weather is going to linger around for a while longer. Monday is not looking like the best day to start the week off. We'll see some chilly temperatures and a chance of rain in the afternoon. As far for the rest of the week, we will see similar weather, with Tuesday looking like the nicest day of the week, only reaching a 43 degrees. Wednesday and Thursday will feel exactly the same, as the temperature will hit 34 and the sun will barely peek through the clouds on both days. If you were hoping for some snow to pull out the snow pants and sleds this weekend, you're going to have to wait just a bit longer. Netta, Michelle, back to you.
All right, thank you, Joel, and thank you for watching today.
Good luck to all of our Homestead athletes and other performers in action this weekend.
Want to catch up with HHS In Depth beyond this news show? Check out our Instagram and TikTok at Homestead Media for more updates on featured shows and nationwide news.
Have a great weekend, and we'll see you again next week.